discussion portion of Listen Up. Today I'm here with my co-hosts Jillian Hapack and Shannon Sweeney, Craig Doyle, and Sean Mayer. So Jill, you want to start us off today?
Sure. Can you guys tell us what you think social anxiety is? Shannon?
I don't know too much about it, but it just seems that it's when someone can't really stand being in like the public eye or like be around a lot of people, and it just seems like anxiety normally, like you get really anxious and just can't really stand, like can't take it.
Yeah, well, you're right. Social anxiety really is like when it's debilitating, when you can't leave your house, or if you're so like scared of saying the wrong thing in class, you never raise your hand, you never ask the questions you need to do, and you wind up failing or something like that, or just never getting out, that type of stuff. Any more ideas from you guys what it might be?
I always thought it was just somebody that tried to fit in and was too scared to, but
Yeah, that's...
Are you trying to change me and be around a lot of people like that?
Yeah, that could also be.
Really
Yeah. Did you guys know that like the most common form of social anxiety is the phobia of public speaking, when you really can't do it, and maybe like when you're about to, you just get really freaked out and you like have a panic attack.
It's not surprising. I mean, like, I even get nervous speaking in front of a lot of people sometimes, and I'm sure everybody does, like, no matter how outgoing they are, or like no matter like how like shy they get in front of other people, everybody probably goes through some kind of anxiety doing public speaking. But there are those some people that they can't do it at all because they get too nervous or they get too anxious that they just completely freak themselves out and go into like some kind of attack.
Yeah. What do you guys think about public speaking?
Well, I had a 10th grade, that just reminded me, I had public speaking class, and there was always one girl who, whenever she got up there, would just freak herself out, and she would just stand up there like, okay, like for 5 minutes, like she just had to like calm herself down. Like, sometimes she would just go sit down, and like the teacher would be like, all right, come on, let's try it again. Like,
yeah.
And a lot of kids in the class, like, because everybody just wasn't, like, was going up there, had to do the same thing, so it was just like, everybody was like they weren't, I wasn't used to seeing something like that happen, because, like you said, everybody gets nervous, but we never actually, I never saw somebody personally get so, like, worked up about it.
Do you have anything to say?
well, I don't consider myself have social anxiety, but like if it's a topic I'm speaking about that I'm not really into, or
then you
people I
can
don't
get
know,
nervous.
I tend to talk faster and not focus.
Something that you don't know about. And everybody's staring just at you, and you don't even know what you're going to say.
Yeah, you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Of course, that can cause some real anxiety. I can see that happening. What do you guys think causes social anxiety?
It seems more like self-esteem and like confidence issues,
Absolutely.
and kind of like the need to always be like okay, like or impress people almost.
Pleasing
like,
others.
Yeah, like because you don't want to say something, you don't want to have them look at you weird or say something, and then if someone does, like even if you're up in front of class and somebody's a little whisper, you get all nervous about it, like, oh my God, they're talking about me.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. Do you think that like if a kid is bullied as a child, or they're made fun of, really like picked on as a child, do you think that can cause social anxiety later on in life?
I definitely think it could. I mean, like, I will admit I used to be a lot different than I am now. I used to be teased and picked on all the time in elementary school, even a little bit through middle school. I used to have bad teeth. I used to wear big, thick glasses, and then in middle school, 7th grade, I finally got contacts. That was a little easier, but also like you can't really pay attention to like what a lot of people think. I mean, like obviously you look to your peers, and, you want to be publicly accepted, but all in all, like you really shouldn't. And then summer going into 8th grade, I got braces, and now I'm still wearing contacts. I have my braces off, but I mean, like I definitely there's still people. There's always going to be people that are going to have issues with you, that are going to make fun of you for what you wear or how you look. I mean, no one's perfect, but.
Right.
You kind of get over it through the years and, growing up and having more experience in life.
Okay. Sean, what do you think? Do you think teasing can cause social anxiety later on in life?
Yeah, I think it could, because when you grow up, you want to be better than the people that used to bother you when you were younger. So
You start feeling more competitive.
yeah, you want to
Okay.
be better than them.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. What do you guys think is the right thing to do if you see somebody in class who always sits in the back corner and never says a word, never raises their hand? What do you guys think you can do for that person to help them?
It's always good to give like people inspiration and stuff if they're sitting in the back. It's just like sports teams, like, you know, because you play lacrosse and stuff, and I play field hockey. Like you're running like those tree lines, and you see someone like kind of starting to walk. You always want to give them that extra, like pump them up and be
Motivation.
like, okay, like, you're almost done, finish it out. Like, and that's always good to like bring that into the class too and stuff, just so people don't feel like that they should be sitting in the back and they're not important. If you like, not even like saying like, oh, you gotta go be like buddy with them. Just be like, oh, hey, like how are you?
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
Talk
like,
to them, ask them
yeah.
about their day.
I think encouragement's good.
Yeah.
Like, just talk to them, give them a little chit-chat, you know, make them feel like they're accepted.
Do you guys think it's important not to criticize people in class or criticize people's work, you know, because that could also really be damaging to somebody?
Because if you see somebody like that, you can just tell if someone goes up there and starts reading paper, you can tell they're nervous. Like, and plus, if you're not really friends with them, that's just rude to make fun of. Because I'm sarcastic, but like with my friends, like I won't just go up to some random person and like say something that I take funny, but know that it can hurt them. Like if I do it, it's all with my friends, like knowing it's just a joke, but it's just rude to go up to somebody and start like making fun of them, because you don't know how they'll react, because you don't know them that well.
You don't know how they're going to take it.
Like when your friends talk about you, like when you're just playing around, you're okay with it because you know that your friends are just playing.
Yeah, it's funny.
But if you don't know the person, they start talking about you, like criticizing you or whatever, you might take it personally because you might think that's true because they don't even know you. But
yeah, because you take it to heart, even though it may not be the person's intention, but the person that's taking the hit may not see that they're joking.
Do you guys think that the person who's like teasing somebody does it to smother their own social anxiety?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think that's a big part of it.
Absolutely,
Like, you know, they need to feel like they're not the only one with the problem, so they take it out on somebody else.
Yeah, definitely. What do you guys think you could do if you see somebody like, you know, you see somebody who's up there nervous and then there's another person that's totally like, you know, being rude to them and making them feel like that? What would you guys do?
And I would try to pick on the kid, make fun of him, you
Yeah,
know,
me too.
make the one that's embarrassed, you know, get a couple laughs in.
Yeah, that kind of seems like something that's right to do at that time. Tiffany, you have anything to say
I
about
would
it?
personally not make an attack necessarily on the person who was, you know, teasing the other person, but kind of like make a general statement. Like if someone was, like in your public speaking class, if someone went up and they were doing public speaking and, you know, a person was having a really hard time, like either stuttering or just getting so nervous they like couldn't even get a word out, and then someone started teasing them, I mean, like I don't think I would make like a personal attack on the person who was teasing the public speaker, but kind of making like a general statement like, oh, leave her alone, you know, we all have issues with public speaking, you know, it's not just her, maybe she just has it a little worse than everybody else, you know, maybe she's having a bad day. I mean, a lot of different things can contribute into that, and I don't think people should be singled out just because they have an issue and others don't.
Definitely. I think that's just about all the time we have today. Thank you guys for coming out. Thanks so much. This was a great conversation. Tune in next time, everybody. We'll be talking about depression. Thank you.